Tag auch Leute! In der heutigen Ausgabe von Dat Benzin auf Weltreise bin ich in Victor Harbor und zeige euch eine tolle Insel. Außerdem feiert der Corvette Club South Australia sein 40-jähriges Bestehen. Ich war auf dem Meeting und habe einige Mitglieder gesprochen.
You're a local Corvette club?
We're the Corvette Club of South Australia.
Oh, okay. For whole Australia, how many members do you have?
We have 200 members.
200, yes.
Yeah, so we're based in Adelaide.
Oh, okay.
Which is obviously the capital of South Australia. So most of our members are in Adelaide.
Oh, okay. I hear one member is from Barossa Valley?
Yeah, we've got several. We've got several members in the Barossa Valley.
Yeah.
We've got people today that have come from Whyalla and Mount Gambier and Narracourt, so other country towns all around South Australia as well.
Oh. It's a big country, South Australia. It's very wide.
Oh yeah, it's a big place, and it's probably about, South Australia is probably about the same size as Texas in America.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a fair size.
Oh, okay.
Not a big population though, just a lot of land, not too many people in it.
Yes. Or do you have Corvettes from every decade?
Yeah, we don't. We've got, there's 18 cars here today.
Yes.
So there's a few cars that haven't turned up. The cars that are here today are C3, C4 and C5 Corvettes. Yeah.
What I think interesting, there are some right-hand cars. Yep. I never imagined that the Americans build right-hand Corvettes.
No, they don't build right-hand drive Corvettes. So what the state government, South Australia, decided years ago was that they were going to stop any left-hand drive cars from being registered that were manufactured after 1980.
Oh, okay.
So what you'll see is virtually any car, any American car after 1980, which includes all the Corvettes from the C4 onwards, all had to be converted to right-hand drive to be registered in South Australia. So that was like considerable cost.
Yes, I can imagine.
It's quite often more than the value of the car. Yeah. To get the conversion done.
Yeah. So you need a special desk panel and so on?
Yeah, so everything, like the steering has to be changed, the whole interior has to be changed, all the wiring looms, the lights, the mirrors, the seat belts. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that has to be done. Just giving an example for a C5 Corvette, you can probably buy one in America for 15 to 25,000 American.
Yeah.
But when you bring them out, the right-hand drive conversion starts at 32,000 Australian to have it converted.
Yes.
So that it's then legal, you get a compliance plate that says that it's now.
Yes. When I think about the complex dashboard, it's the special manufactured for this.
Yeah, originally, because most of the right-hand drive cars, although there are still some C3, some people chose to have their C3 Corvettes converted when they legally didn't have to, but they did. Yeah, what they had to do was make moulds. So whoever manufactured them would make a mould. So they'd make it like a mirror image and then convert everything over. So all the steering, the brakes and all those things, the battery and the air conditioning all had to be moved to the other side. So yeah, there's a lot of work. When I was in Sydney recently, I went to a place where they're doing the conversions, and they're now using the printers, the digital printers.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so they're actually making all the dash pieces from digital printers.
You have this silver Corvette, a C5.
C5, yeah, that's yeah. I've got a C4 and a C5.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And both are rebuilt to right-hand drive?
Yep, both of them. Yeah, both been converted to right-hand drive. Yeah.
And is it done by a company, or is it?
Yeah, there's the cars that I've got were done by a Corvette clinic in Melbourne, in Victoria.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they were both done by that company.
Für die Interessierten habe ich den Rest des Gesprächs in die Outtakes am Ende des Videos gepackt. Victor Harbor liegt ca. 90 Kilometer südlich von Adelaide. Die vorgelagerte Insel Granite Island ist zu Fuß oder mit dem Pferdewagen erreichbar. Die kleine Stadt und Granite Island sind ein beliebtes Ausflugsziel am Wochenende. Dass Victor Harbor im Windschatten der kleinen Insel liegt, merkt man erst, wenn man die windige Südostseite der Insel erreicht hat. In Victor Harbor lasse ich den Holden erstmal stehen und fahre mit der historischen Dampflok nach Rolla. Die Bahnstrecke führt direkt an der stürmischen Küste entlang.
I could go out in the dark and see you calling my name. I hear you shouting, hear you calling, but it's not the same. Every word that you are throwing right into my bag doesn't matter to me, cause I'm keeping my track. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Stop talking, let me go. Our time together always ended up in war. Each other's ended from the start. It is nice to see you shouting out and throwing me out. No excuses, but this time it's gonna be the last. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Oh baby, let me go. The doctor smiling back at your face with a nice and cozy feeling after leaving your place. There's hope believing someone I don't really know, but someone always thinks that it's somehow. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Stop shouting. Let me go. Let me go. Let me
Es ist ein Leben auf Zeit und es geht zu Ende. Rinnt wie Sand durch deine Hände. Und ich weiß, es macht dich traurig, doch komm und trau dich. Es ist ein Leben auf Zeit.
Okay, yeah, that's very interesting. I buy an Holden UT.
Yeah.
And I like to take it with me to Germany. That's the same problem. It's allowed to drive there with such car, but it's sometimes very difficult to drive in a parking garage and so on. You can't
get the ticket.
Switch and
yeah,
so,
you can't get the ticket. You have to park in the street.
But I saw that this is nearly the same car than the Pontiac G8.
Yeah.
And I think it's so constructed that only 20 parts have to change.
Yeah, well the Pontiac G8s are all built in the Holden factory in Adelaide. Yeah, so yeah, they built them left-hand drive.
Yes, they both built it for both variants.
Yeah.
Because the Corvette they didn't.
No. So yeah, the Corvettes and the Camaros will actually be released in Australia soon in a right-hand drive.
Yeah.
Now that the Australian GM factory is closing, so people will be able to buy right-hand drive.
Yes.
Camaros and Corvettes, but they'll just be converted. They won't come out the factory like that, they'll be converted.
Yes. Yeah, in the USA it's one company that converted UTs because they don't sell them in the USA.
Yeah.
And it's a quite interesting car. Here not, I think you see it everywhere, but if you go to Europe or USA, this is not very common.
No, I think they thought about bringing the Australian ute to America.
Yeah.
But I think there's issues with the unions over there. The American auto builders unions trying to keep a limit on cars being imported into America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the issue there. I think the idea of the Australian ute going over there was quite popular.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, but I think pretty much the auto unions have stopped a lot of that stuff from happening.
Oh.
Yeah, because they want they want American-built cars.
Yes.
Yeah, they're trying to put pressure on to have American-built cars.
Yes, many German manufacturers have factories in the USA to sell cars there.
Yeah, I saw, was it BMW just opened a new factory in America.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think now that the new president's in, he's put a lot of companies on notice too.
Yes.
About, if you want to be selling stuff in America, you better be building it here.
Yes, it's okay. I think it's not the worst idea.
Well, he's looking after his own country first, I guess. But
yes.
Yeah, not that it always works like that.
Yes, maybe. It's a little bit sad for Australia that the manufacturers are shutting their factories here.
Yeah, well, that's just the executives. So the GM executives made the decision in Detroit in America to do it.
Yeah.
Not that they were losing money, like the Australian factories always made money. It's just that they can make more money by manufacturing in Asia or Europe if they've got a world platform. It's just cheaper to do it that way. So they just make more money for every car they make and sell. They make more money, and that's why they do it.
Yes.
No other reason.
This is true. Because they sell Opel too. Opel is sold to Peugeot.
Yeah.
And it's very sad to see this.
Yeah, well the new Holden Commodore will be most likely the European built Opel.
Yeah.
The V6 front wheel drive will become the new Holden Commodore.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting how they do it for the next car generation when Peugeot is owned, this Opel plants and car platforms.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure, it's just they make the decisions as they go along, but it's almost always based on money.
Yes.
It's all money.
Everything is on money.
Yeah. And that's a bit sad, because the Holden factory for so many years has just been developing, design in Australia we've designed and manufactured our own cars, and they're a world quality car. And we know they are because they've been exported all around the world. So a lot of the Holdens were exported to places like Saudi Arabia and the USA with a Chevy badge on them and sold as Chevys.
Yes, they're very. It seems that these are reliable cars.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They're good cars. Yeah, I've owned them, and they get they get used by a lot of people, and we use them at work, and you know, you can drive them, and you usually have very little trouble with them. And they run the Chevy power plant in them usually anyway. So a lot of the Commodores are powered by the Chevrolet type power plant, especially the V8s. The V8s are all it's the same engines that are in these things.
Yes.
V8s are in the Commodores as well.
It has massive power.
Yeah. Yeah, not usually in standard form, but if you trick them up a bit, they are. Yes. If you mess with them.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. And what I would like to ask.